So I once had an interview for one of our colleagues, and she was supposed to meet up with the rest of us. She was meeting,
Yes.
and she was dressed like she was going for a party.
Yes, summer dresses, right?
No,
Or
not
something
a
like
summer dress one. This one, no, she was. Remember you said not too long, not too short.
Okay.
This was the too short part, not the too long part.
Okay. I
Okay,
understand.
showing a lot of things which you would show in an evening out, but not at an interview of it.
Yes.
And when she left, every one of us said, was she interviewing for a party or?
We didn't know where to look.
But she was hired anyway.
Okay,
so to increase your chances.
Let's not go there.
Yeah, but the point is, it was not really appropriate.
Yes.
We felt.
Yes.
And it was sending out a wrong signal. So, have you been given advice about dressing from HR or from?
I have, but not for wearing the wrong things. No, this was when I was starting out my career. I sat down with a very senior mentor, and she told me the rules of what I should wear.
Okay.
From feet to toe.
Okay.
She started at the feet and she went all the way up to the top. So she started with shoes, and she insisted on court shoes. Mm-hmm. And she also almost like royalty, because this was back in the day, in the late 1900s. She told me no.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to yet another fun episode of Career Success with Adrian Yen, the show where we teach you how to achieve career success through career strategy and career longevity. So
Teach. No,
Teach.
We don't teach.
We teach.
We share.
The grand teachings of Adrian Yen.
We share. I feel like there's a lot of wisdom out there already, but it doesn't hurt to be reminded.
But you know, wisdom, a lot out there. ChatGPT, a lot of information and advice out there. But you know, it's fun as us. And we tell lots of fun stories, real life career stories with identities masked so that you wouldn't know who we're talking about. But because of the sheer volume of cases that we talk about, that we see, we have a lot of real life examples to share with you. And that's why our clients come to us, because we see these cases on a daily basis. And a lot of times you'll be surprised to see and surprised to hear that your case isn't unique. It's happened before.
Yep. And so if you can learn from others, you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry unnecessarily. And it's always nice to have new perspectives. So if you have any career conundrums, just reach out to us. What's our email again? Sorry, it's a Friday. Our email is
info@careeragility.org.
Our email is info@careeragility.org.
You know what? You should tattoo it on your arm.
Stop interrupting me.
You should tattoo it on your arm.
No, thank you. I heard tattoos are painful.
I wouldn't know. I don't have any.
Yeah, they're very painful.
I'm sure it's not some stupid
It's
needle
a
with
needle
ink
going into
sticking
your
into your skin. Yeah, no thank you. No tattoo.
Yeah,
I really am afraid to just go to the dentist. So no thank you. I'm pain averse. Once again, for those of you who just joined us, my name is Adrian and I'm the CEO and founder of Career Agility International, and Yen's our executive director and co-founder. And together we are Career Agility International. We've been doing this for the past 8 years really.
It's a long time.
It's been a long
I've
time.
been doing this long time. But yeah, happy Friday all.
Happy Friday.
I hope you've had your coffee. So if there's going to be a stumble or two, it's because I haven't had enough coffee.
And today's topic,
What's our topic?
we're going to talk about is something that runs very close to my heart.
Really?
Yes. It's called, do I need to dress up for work?
Oh my God, I feel the same way. I really, really like working from home, because I could get away with just making sure my upper half was appropriate over Zoom.
Or may not even have to, because if you're like you and I, we are okay. You know, our teams are small. Our team is small, so you don't even need makeup. I feel for the ladies who are going to put on makeup every day.
The corporate, are we talking Zoom, work from home? Or are we
all
talking,
of the above.
Because if like dressing up for work, for men, it's much easier, isn't it? You just get up, you shave, you put on some deo, and you're out the door. You don't have to put on the extra makeup.
Yeah, correct.
And yes, makeup is quite a pain.
But besides that, the dressing up piece. So I don't know. So
I
today
have
we can
no
talk about
sense of style. So I tend to keep things sort of simple. So my friends, if you see that we have repeat outfits, it's because I just run through the same outfits over and over and over again. Stop flashing our viewers.
But you see, the fun thing about it is that if you look the same every time, like who's that Harry Potter actor again? Sorry.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, no, he always foils the paparazzi by wearing the same
because
grubby
he wears the
outfit.
same, right?
Yeah.
Or everyone, or actually, no. Adrian is not Harry Potter. He's trying to channel Zuckerberg or Jobs. He wishes.
I wish. I want to channel your bank account, not that rich. But a lot of times it's about dressing up. And today we wanted to share with you about dress codes. And the title of today's show is Dress Code Decoded. Nice title. Thanks for coming up with it.
I don't know. It wasn't me. It was ChatGPT.
Okay.
Yeah.
That explains the creative genius
I was
behind
looking for a title, like something. And we knew we wanted to talk about dress codes, but not necessarily about the dressing. We're not fashionistas, so we will not say what color suits you. We're not going to talk about fashion. We're not talking about accessories.
If I were to write a book about fashion,
it would be empty.
It will be a very thin pamphlet.
No, it wasn't.
It's called Whatever I Wear, Don't Wear It.
It will not be thin at all. It'll be just a thick book of blank pages.
No, it'll be pictures of me. Okay. And don't wear this. Don't wear that. Don't try this. Don't try that.
No. So again, we're not talking about what to wear. We're not going to tell you how to style yourself. I think we want to focus a little bit more on the mindset.
Yeah.
And I think our listeners and our viewers will probably be able to decode their styles better.
Okay.
Because we have things that we want to, some styles would suit us and some styles won't. So we're not here to tell you those fashion image consultants and they're on TikTok.
What not to wear.
They're on TikTok and they're on Insta and they would talk about how women over 50 should dress. I follow.
But I got a feeling you're going to be telling us that as well today.
No.
You're going to tell us how women over 50s or anyone should not dress. So today we're going to talk about how we should not be dressing. So, but big question is this, okay? Number one.
Yes.
Are dress codes even a thing today?
I think it has to be. I think we need to know what would be appropriate for any situation. So I'll give you an example. If you are going to a certain restaurant, and that restaurant has a dress code, and if you are not part of that code, they will not allow you in. And so it's about keeping with the whole vibe of the place. And so if there's a dress code of covered toe shoes and you walk in with your flip-flops, it's a problem,
flip-flops are definitely
right, there you go.
extreme.
So why are you saying that we shouldn't have
because
dress
in
code?
post-COVID, it seems to me like nobody cares about dress codes anymore.
There's a truth to that.
Right.
Things have become a lot more casual. People are not wearing ties anymore as much. I do see them on the doctors though. Doctors still have to put on
Do you know
their
that
ties.
doctors should not be wearing ties?
The tie is the
biggest,
grubbiest,
most bacteria-laden.
grubbiest because ties don't get washed.
No, but Singapore doctors don't wear ties, do they?
Well, they do on Kiss 92 FM on Wednesday mornings.
Oh, they wear ties?
When they go
and
on the radio.
And that's why you see those old school doctors. They
have bow ties.
Right? They look so smart and so cool.
Yeah, maybe it's part of their brand and that's okay.
Bow ties and suspenders.
Yes.
And they walk around like a professor. It's like,
messy hair and geeky glasses.
That's what I should try next time.
Geeky Coke bottle glasses.
Stereotype much. Okay.
You started it. Okay, well, here we go. Let's go.
Okay. So, but is there a need to dress appropriately? Of course there is,
There
right?
is, of course.
Yeah, but you got to define what appropriate is.
We have to respect the situation, the environment, the meeting,
the client,
the audience. Mm-hmm. You have to dress for the audience.
I agree with you on that.
And this is just a quick story. And this was on Zoom during COVID. I was having a session with a client.
Okay.
And I think you know this.
I know this.
Because I finished that meeting and I immediately texted, our office chat group that I was appalled. I mean, I understand if, you were at home and, you weren't really working and that you would log on to Zoom for a session with me because you would not see me as a professional, like having to be all like corporate, right? So you would probably be in a t-shirt, but that's okay. But this person turned up in a singlet, the army kind.
Oh.
The kind that in Western world it's called a wife beater. In our world, it's a singlet.
I don't know. Okay.
It's an internal vest type outfit. So he did not He did not respect me. That's what I felt.
What was interesting is if it was a guy and a guy, if it was casual, if he was wearing a singlet, actually I would have minded, but I mean I minded it that much.
I think it's a problem.
But I think it's for a lady, interviewing a lady and you're
it's
you're
not
wearing
even an interview. But
it's a meeting with
it's not an interview. It's a fairly casual conversation. But even then, I think you should respect the person you're talking to.
Yeah.
So there was another one. I'm going to just share this a little bit. So an academic. This is an academic. And the academic is running kind of like a side project.
Okay.
And as part of this side project, he's got maybe 4 students.
Okay.
And the meeting is kind of like a catch-up meeting.
Okay.
And he has everyone on a Zoom call, and he's also in a singlet. Come on.
Okay, is it after hours?
Yes, it is. But it is inappropriate. It's inappropriate. It's like walking and being in a... Like, it's wearing your underwear, isn't it?
No, not really. Okay, if it's after hours and it's an informal call.
And you're in a t-shirt, I think that's okay. But I think it's like wearing your underwear.
Okay lah.
As your outerwear.
And technically speaking, a singlet is an underwear.
It is an underwear. It's an underwear.
It's an underwear.
Because it's not. If it's a white singlet, the kind you get from the hawker, I don't know. It goes with your underpants.
It is kind of your underwear.
So I mean, I know that this discussion is kind of extreme, but the entire psychology, the logic, the emotions that come up. And so if I had a session with a client and the client is in a business shirt, it's a very different vibe. I would also react to that individual appropriately.
I think it's a bit of respect,
right?
Yeah,
it's about mutual respect and professionalism.
Yeah.
Minimal. So, I mean, if you're wearing a t-shirt that's kind of, fraying at the edges, it also tells me that you don't take care of yourself.
That is true.
So again, what are you trying to project here? That you don't give the meeting gravitas, or that you don't respect your audience, or that you don't respect yourself?
Yeah, and sometimes
so
I think...
I'm going down that
And
path.
sometimes for me, I think whenever I'm meeting clients, traditionally it's always been, whether I was in Shell or headhunting or whatever it is, it's always about signals.
Yes.
If I'm going to meet somebody and I want to signal that I'm a professional, I'm serious about my work.
And you're capable.
I'm capable, I always overdress for the situation.
Yes, absolutely.
Because these are signals. Can you imagine going to a lawyer who, you come to go to his office and you see broken window panes, you see missing blinds,
so
I've seen before, it's happened.
The signal is indicative that a lawyer is not successful.
It's more like a gumshoe detective office rather than a lawyer. If I walk into an office and everything's all wood and everything's nice. So likewise, I think it's important to... I was going to use the word masquerade. Okay, but it's important to project that image of success.
You're right.
Masquerade.
You're right. But at the same time, I know, and I'm going to address this, that Mommy always taught us not to judge a book by its cover.
But people do.
Yes. We should never judge a book by its cover, but there are signals that you need to project.
Well, you can tell the price or what the content is.
You need to act the part you want. You need to dress the part you want as well. So if you're going to dress... like a delivery boy, people will treat you like one, and that happened.
And you know what?
Do you remember? I don't know if I told you this. I don't know if I told you this story. I think I have. So in 2 jobs ago, I was working for this outfit, and a client. This person is a client. He walked in to attend a workshop.
Okay.
And the receptionist went, "Yes, what you want?" Because she thought he was going to deliver something.
Okay.
He had cut-off jeans that were just above the knee, and they were frayed. They were comfortable.
Yeah.
He had on, these beach kind of sandals.
Or the Hawaiiana
He
style.
had no sandals. So they had straps.
Oh, okay.
And he had a t-shirt on that wasn't overly new, so it's kind of faded.
Okay.
And what really killed his image was a satchel. He had a strap and a little bag on the side, and he was turning up to attend a workshop.
That sounds like me on the weekend.
And I'm sure, but this is
not a workshop.
Raffles Place. Raffles Place, one of the big mega buildings, level 22. Hello. Yes, he was turning up for a workshop. and the receptionist.
Let me guess what the receptionist said. The service entrance is on the side of the building.
No. She said, yes, what you want?
What you want?
And he went, I'm here to attend a workshop. And then she had a moment. And then she went, oh, okay, sign in here, please. And then she came over to me and she was like, oh. And we talked about it a little bit because we've seen other clients and this is a lady and she's in like short shorts. The kind that you would wear on a date, right? I don't know. And a kind of like a spaghetti strap sort of tank top thing. Okay. And then she took off her shoes and she sat cross-legged at the workshop. And we're kind of looking at her going like, where do you think you are? And so while we try not to judge, we do.
No, I was just going to tell you that in terms of not being mistaken for the help, I was, just last weekend, I was over at the supermarket and someone asked me where the cucumbers were. So where the veggies were.
Only because you looked helpful. But see, this is a weekend thing at the supermarket, and maybe you just ran down to quickly grab something. Yeah. Again, no judgment there. No judgment.
But I think
we're talking about dress codes of
the
workplace.
Correct.
Yeah.
So what are some no for women today? Quick list.
Nothing too tight, too loud, too long, too short, too loose. I mean, just don't go for extremes. That's it.
So okay. So I'm trying to figure out.
So nothing too tight, nothing too loose. So you don't want to be wearing a sail.
Okay.
Nothing too long. Okay. Because you don't want to be
flowing dress, summer dress.
And nothing too short.
Okay.
Again,
this is Yen's law of fashion. Okay, nothing too long, too short, too loose, too tight.
It's not law. It's not law. It's okay. You've got to make sure it's appropriate.
Guidelines. So okay, how about guys?
You go. Your turn.
Okay. No singlets. That's for sure. I think guys in general, especially if you're going for interviews, I think you can dress up with the option of taking stuff off, peeling off layers. So I would go for an interview like this. Not like this with a shirt.
But hang on, we're not talking about interviews.
Okay.
Because I think that's a whole different chapter. We have so much to share when it comes to interviews. Okay. Right?
But
so let's talk about dress codes at work.
I think wear what's comfortable, wear what everyone else is wearing. I think if you blend in, it's something that's...
So if you're if you're a 52-year-old and everyone is a Gen Zer, hang on. And Gen Zers are into cargos.
Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe I wouldn't. Yeah.
It would.
You're right.
You can't wear what everyone else is
wearing.
Guys,
as I say, don't take fashion advice from Adrian. Okay, because he's the guy with 6 sets of the same T-shirt and pants, and only one pair of shoes. 3 pairs of the same design shoes. Okay, boring. But I think you have to dress appropriately, like what you said. Age appropriate, situation appropriate. If I'm going to meet clients, I dress up for the day. If I'm not meeting clients, I don't dress up, but I dress appropriately.
I think the general rule of thumb is to stick to classics, simple, professional, and make sure you're comfortable so that there's no wardrobe malfunctions.
Yeah.
And the thing about styling with women, especially, we can potentially just mix and match so badly. And sometimes it's too loud, and sometimes the colors are, just because it looked, you're drawn to a blouse that's bright pink with big black buttons. I've seen those. And I'm wondering, workplace, Raffles Place, in a tech company. I mean, if it was advertising, it could be appropriate. Who knows, right? So that.
I like what you just brought up.
Yes.
I think it's also situational.
Exactly.
Because if you are working in a bank versus working in advertising.
Or event management.
Where you got to climb up and down.
Exactly.
Right?
So you'd be in sneakers and that's okay.
So when I was working in Shell back in the 90s, right? Everyone wore a tie back then.
Back in the late 1900s.
Back in the late 20th century. That's also sad. Before the turn of the century.
In the late 1900s. Yes, let's go.
People wearing ties to work and everything, but I didn't wear tie because I was on my client's factory floor at the time. Right. The tie is going to be a safety hazard.
Yeah.
Interesting story as well. I always tell my close friends I don't wear a wedding ring even though I'm married, because when you're climbing up and down oil tanks, it scratches the ring very badly. So and it was just dangerous as well. You could get caught in the machinery.
Yes. Yeah.
So I didn't wear one for safety reasons. So I think you're right. Workplace appropriate.
Yeah.
industry appropriate,
Yes.
seniority
and
appropriate.
I feel to a large extent it's just respect and professionalism.
I think so too.
And so when unsure, err on the side of caution. So, you're turning up for a big meeting, you don't want to be adjusting your outfit. And if your outfit's brand new, it might scratch you. There'll be labels that you haven't cut off because you're unfamiliar. It hasn't gone through 3 washes yet, so it might be uncomfortable.
These maybe things the price tag is still showing.
Or when buttons might be missing or something. So pay attention to your dressing and just err on the side of caution. Definitely. Don't let anyone judge you just because of an outfit.
Do you think we should get an audit from someone to just check, is this okay?
We've done that. We've had our godfather of fashion talk to us about it, and we had a huge event early this year, and we did talk about dressing, and he shared some very good ideas about price points and all of that. So yeah.
And here's a shout out to Uniqlo and Shein for price points.
Not Shein, Uniqlo for good quality.
Shein is for
good quality, mid price.
Uniqlo is good.
I mean,
you only run the risk of wearing the same.
You do, because I'll tell a quick story. So I'm going to change the situation. So this person went into the office one day, and then everyone, they all had jackets and stuff, right? So they, if it gets really cold. So when work was finished, they took off the jackets and they realized that they all had black t-shirts and tan cargos.
It's just different, different jackets.
Hey guys, let's take a picture. And so the only color changes were the black t-shirts were of different designs, but they were black nonetheless, and the cargos graduated from very, very light beige to very dark tan. So they rearranged us and took a picture, and they were like, and because they're all from Uniqlo.
Yeah, cheap and good. So, by the way, this segment was not sponsored by Uniqlo, but we do it. Okay, but one thing that's really important is I think we do need to be mindful about what we wear, because it's how we are being perceived, isn't it?
Very important. And sometimes, I've met individuals who say, well, I don't care what people think about me. I'm an individual. If I feel like wearing it, I'll just wear it. And I would say, well, then power to you. But we're just giving you the awareness that if you want to accelerate your career, we have to take into consideration the circumstances and the situation. So if the person's going to be recalcitrant, and I talked to this lady once before, and she was complaining about being hit on at work. and then I said, well, we got to make sure that you don't accidentally give any signals out. And she went, well, I wear, dresses. And she said she likes wearing her dresses. So I suggested, well, maybe it doesn't hurt for her to put on some trousers.
But you know what?
I
do think the men in the department have to be counseled by HR as well.
Yes.
It's terrible.
Yes, that aside, when I suggested that she try to, button up, right? Just button up, and when, again, I'm not saying that she has to, but I'm saying that put on a jacket.
But I do agree with you
right?
as well.
So it becomes part of the messaging, like, do not enter, right? No, but what happened was she got very defensive. She got extremely defensive, so I backed off, and I'm like, okay, well,
that's up to her.
Whatever.
But I do agree with you. As much as the guys in there need to learn how to behave.
Yes.
If you are sending out wrong signals, and I know I'm going to be flamed for this. Okay?
Yeah, we're going to get cancelled.
In the office, okay.
Yes.
So I once had an interview for one of our colleagues, and she was supposed to meet up with the rest of us. She was meeting.
Yes.
And she was dressed like she was going for a party.
Yes, summer dresses, right?
No, not the summer dress one. This one, no, she was. Remember you said not too long, not too short.
Okay.
This was the too short part, not the too long part.
Okay. I understand.
Showing a lot of things which you would show in an evening out, but not at an interview.
Yes.
And when she left, every one of us said, was she interviewing for a party or?
We didn't know where to look.
But she was hired anyway.
Okay,
so to increase your chances.
Let's not go there.
Yeah, but the point is, it was not really appropriate.
Yes,
we felt.
Yes.
And it was sending out a wrong signal. So,
I had a client complain to me that HR counseled her, and she was very upset. I said, "What happened?" And she said, "HR told me that what I was wearing to work was inappropriate." I know the HR and I know this person.
And did
So
the
I
HR have
said-
a point?
Yes, she had I don't know what's that design where I can't remember the term, but it was one of those that went round the neck and came out the front, and then it's a dress. So her shoulders were bare. And
Okay.
I can't remember what it's called, but you know the shoulders,
I know.
shoulders were bare, and the back there was no behind.
Okay, I think if you're not wearing a jacket over that, I think
So
it's
wait. Then she went on to say, I wore a jacket.
Okay.
No, because it was short. It was a cute dress. But she said she had a jacket and it was a warm day. And then, yeah, Singapore,
So she
it's
took
very
it
warm
off.
here. So she had it off, and HR told her very genuinely, very nicely. And I know this HR lady told her, and she was very upset. She complained to me. And I didn't know to say aw and empathize,
Yeah.
or to say, hey, HR's got a point. I did tell her HR's got a point, and she went, but I have a jacket, and then she got all
and
like
I hate
huffy.
to, and
So I
I'm
said, okay,
gonna
then I
be
backed off.
cancelled for saying this once again. Okay, today is the cancel us show. Okay, a lot of times the negative feedback about women's dressing, it's not from the guys.
It's from other women.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
Yeah.
but again, is there malice or is envy or is it
Good
or
advice.
is it genuinely
Yeah, genuine,
authentic?
yeah,
so in this story that I'm sharing, it was genuine.
okay.
And the HR was just because I know this HR
Yeah.
person and I know that she meant well, but this individual did not take it well because I guess sometimes this sort of feedback can be hurtful,
Yeah.
and maybe she thinks it
Have
was
you
okay.
been given advice about dressing from HR or from people
I
before?
have, but not for wearing the wrong things. No, this was when I was starting out my career. I sat down with a very senior mentor, and she sat me down, and this was at a comfortable informal meeting because she's a mentor, and she told me the rules of what I should wear
Okay.
from feet to toe.
Okay.
She started at the feet and she went all the way up to the top. So she started with shoes, and she insisted on court shoes. And she also almost like royalty, because this was back in the day, in the late 1900s. She told me no bare legs, that if you wear a skirt, you should wear stockings. She's so old
That is
school.
so
She's
old
very
school,
old
right?
school.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she went on to say, suits. She gave me some ideas on some pieces that would be timeless
Okay.
and classic, and appropriate and professional. And then she went higher and she said, fingernails, nude colors.
Okay.
But you have, and she said, hands, one piece of accessory per hand. So you cannot wear multiple rings.
Okay.
And then she was very clear about jewelry as well. No fussy jewelry. Watch, one hand, one watch. So you can't wear, multiple things going all the way up. Like
One Fitbit, one
like Phoebe from Friends,
okay, yeah,
right?
okay.
So no bohemian outfits, and then she went up to the hair. She went on to makeup. She went on to earrings.
That's fantastic coaching to get, actually.
So as an entry level professional, I valued that advice, and then I managed it. So I made sure to. Well, I didn't wear stockings because they were very, very uncomfortable.
And that is
One of my
interesting.
internships, one of my many holiday jobs, I was working in a hotel, and we were forced to wear stockings.
That's interesting.
They're very uncomfortable.
Because nowadays I have no idea whether or not there's a thing or not. But
So I value that advice, and I appreciate getting the nth degree, and then if I had to, play it down a little bit, but I had that advice in the back of my head all the time, so I knew why. And I understood it, even if the young me was like, ew.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's good
So,
advice.
so in my first 2 years of my corporate life, I was just really looking out for classic pieces that were good for mix and match, so that I didn't have to spend too much money.
I had great fashion advice from my ex-boss who doesn't even have any fashion sense. But he did tell me once, he said that, look,
I think for men it's easy.
yeah, he said your body shape is not usual because you're very tall for an Asian. Okay, your off the rack shirts you buy from Robinsons, it makes you look it's unfitting.
Yeah.
No one's gonna buy a $50,000 US dollar program off you
Yes.
if you're wearing that. So please get it tailored. So since then, I've always tailored my shirts. Not very expensive. If you go to Bangkok, they're really cheap. Whenever I go there,
but we first have to go to Bangkok.
yeah, but they do
Not all
come.
of us
They
can
do.
afford
They
to
do. No, but they do come to Singapore once in a while. But anyway, you can get one half decent one done. Okay, and I think it was good advice. It was painful advice coming from someone whom I thought wasn't a very good dresser, but it was really good advice. So I think
I think with men, one of the major dressing faux pas is not taking care of hair, facial hair, or hair.
Yeah, or grubby,
hair
dirty nails
coming out from strange places.
Yeah. Okay, yes.
And that's
I think it's general grooming. It's personal grooming. So I think the whole package works, but it's not just a dress code.
Men with long fingernails. It's
So all in all, I think it's important for us to still observe the dress code when we are out and about at work.
In the professional world, I think we need to dress appropriately. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes.
Think about it, and if you would like us to help you, sort of give you some perspective as to what would work for you in your environment, do reach out to us, info@careeragility.org. But pause for a second here. I'm not going to tell you where to buy, what to buy, or how to dress. But we can talk about. We do talk a lot about
it's
what
more
to
about
wear
executive presence
and executive
than anything
presence
else,
for our clients. Yeah.
So, if you have any questions, email us info@careeragility.org. I hope you had fun listening to our horror stories. And if you need any fashion advice, don't come to us. That's not true. Have a good weekend ahead, guys. Take care. Bye.